We are, I think, live here. Let's take a look in the microphone and camera. Let's see how that looks. Let's go into my OBS. Who's on? All right, can you guys hear me? Should be streaming. Oh, we have 5 current viewers. I'm on. You guys are on. I'm gonna do F11. We got full screen. Look at that. We are waiting for Ryan to show up, who's gonna be fashionably late, like always. We are live right now. Let's go check YouTube to see if I'm actually live. We can hear you. Awesome. What's going on, folks? Kind of thrown off guard. So I've tried another YouTuber for 3 weeks in a row. He lost power because of the storm and then got sick, and now he's just getting better. He actually got a different sickness, and then another guy got sick and then got a different sickness, so he's out. It's just going around in Maine there for some reason. Thank you for watching the Native Book Drive video, by the way. Comments are coming in, good. And Ryan was supposed to come on tonight, or he is coming on tonight, but he somehow forgot his boots in Connecticut or something. Is what it is. I'm going to try to put this camera on top of my monitor here so you guys can not look up my nose the whole time. So bear with me here. You think I do this ahead of time, but I don't. There we go. That a little bit better. You guys can see maps and all sorts of stuff behind me because my office is always a mess. There we go. That's a little bit better. And I'm chatting with 3 or 4 people. So I was up in northern New Hampshire doing some lake fishing on New Year's, which my lovely wife let me do for the last 3 years in a row. So first year I started it was I actually had a childhood disease from my son. I had hand, foot, and mouth disease I get from daycare and stuff like that. So I had that. So I kind of like quarantined myself, and then last year I did it, which was fun. And that video did great. So I'm in the midst of editing this video. I'm trying to make it a super fast-paced video. We caught a bunch of fish, which is really good. Nothing big. I missed a couple of really big fish, like monsters, and we got broken off on a cuss trap that had heavy-duty line on it. So that was impressive on a dead bait. So who's actually made it? Let me know in the comments who's actually made it out this week. or in the last few days for ice fishing here. We got 7 people on. It's good. Sorry, so I have packaging material there, and I have a bunch of maps and stuff like that for scouting for ponds and all sorts of jazz in the background there. And I just cleaned up my office so it doesn't echo as bad, which is, or it echoes more than it did before. Is what it is. Tell me where you guys are from. So we got 8 people on. Tell me what county you live in. You don't tell me what town you live in, what county and what state. That'll get me going for you guys, and what you guys want to see next for kind of video content, because I'm going to try to do as much lake trout content as possible. But obviously Winnipesaukee is open, Newfound is open. What else is a big lake? Great East is open. Winnisquam is open. Merrymeeting is open. I did hear a little bit about ice on Christmas Island, Winnipesaukee. I'm not sure where that is. Maps. Oh, that's like in Paugus Bay area, if I'm right. That would make sense why there's ice in there, but I have not scouted around Winnie last year. I mean, everybody said there's no ice around Winnie on January 1st, and I was there January 3rd, right after my Pittsburgh trip, and I fished the whole day out there. So, first off, let's just talk about some ice stuff real quick, which I don't, we got Sullivan County, we got Belknap, Sunapee is my home lake, awesome. I grew up in Sullivan County. I was going to head there tomorrow, actually, and try to find some ice, but I'd rather finish editing this video and get it out to you guys by Sunday, which is the plan. So I'm going to work hard on this tomorrow. I'll make it all nice and pretty, because we filmed quite a few hours. We filmed from 5 p.m. to 2 p.m. the next day and slept about 4 hours of that. So a lot of film to go through, a lot of footage to go through. Yeah, so Facebook is great, and I've been on Facebook for 15 years, and what a giant waste of time that is. Do not believe anything you see on Facebook for ice conditions, or yes, there's ice, or no, there's no ice. I've been told that there's no ice at a spot, and I drive up to it, and there's 3 inches of good solid ice. So I know not everybody has the chance to scout or do anything like that like I do. My phone keeps track of how many miles I drive per month. It's just part of Google. I don't know how accurate it is. It's probably fairly accurate until I lose service, and then it probably keeps track of where I am. I drove 2,500 miles in the month of December, and I don't do anything besides drive around, look for ice, go ice fishing. I do some other stuff. I drive to my son's daycare, which is like 15 miles away, so that's 30 miles a day for a round trip. I didn't go anywhere special for Christmas or nothing like that. So literally 2,000 plus miles in the month of December looking for ice. Don't believe what people say on Facebook or any other forum like that. Just go out and do your own scouting. Always check your own ice. That kind of jazz. I almost didn't go to Pittsburgh because TJ's Bait, who I doubt you're watching this, but thank you for doing an ice report up there. That's fantastic. I know you didn't do one last year. You did one the year before, which is also why I went up there. That saves me a lot of time. If someone says there's enough ice to walk on, I'll go walk out there and sleep in my truck if I don't want to sleep on the ice. But we ended up making the snow dog out there, which is great. And we got quite a few people complaining that I was up there sharing that there was fish up there. Like, I just don't get it. So, you can't please everybody. Can't please everybody for sure. Trying to see if I use Facebook just as a marketing tool, just to share my content. Well, that's good. Skimmed over last night. Yeah, places have been skimming over just because it's cold. When I was up in Pittsburgh, it was Uh, 13 degrees. The 2 time. Yeah, stay in call. Why would it think I'm not here? Stupid software. All right, I'll see you. Yeah, I'm hoping Alton Bay freezes up soon. So I don't know whoever it wasn't on last week. Ryan and I actually went out there in the boat before the new year and actually tried to get burbot on live scope or on like in the boat, and that did not work. So we didn't catch anything. So that's not gonna be a video. I already obviously deleted all that footage. And I met some subscribers on the ice, which I'm talking to right now, which is good. And hopefully Ryan will join in a little bit. But I hopefully have all this stuff a little on the quiet side, all for volume. Let me turn me up. Let me know if that volume's better. I'm trying to mess with all the settings so I don't have feedback, and I can have people on at the same time without getting them feedback, so they need to use headphones and stuff like that. Kind of like an actual video podcast, which is good. But yeah, it's fun to rip the snow dog out this year already. I don't think I'm going to keep it on the back of the ramps this year. I'm going to try to load it in the back of the truck, which I broke my window out last year. Doing that, I was just a little gas happy. But yeah, I won't be putting it on the back. It's just the cover doesn't stay on. Ratchet straps make me nervous, and it's just not whatever. But I probably got. Let me look right now. So people that have asked about ice in the last 3-4 days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 just on that one account, and probably another 7 on another account. I have a personal account, my Facebook account, my business account. Why is this doing this? Yeah, and I have other people like standing. Like I wish I could just. All right, how many of you in the comments would be hurt if I just stopped posting on Facebook? Because I could literally just get rid of just stop posting on my business page, which doesn't help me at all. I can post on Instagram, but I don't know what it is about Facebook that allows people to just be bullies. Sorry, I'm ranting about Facebook. Facebook's just so stupid. But is the volume better? I should have raised it quite a bit here. And I'm hoping Ryan hops on. He's gonna be another few more minutes. But I'm trying to get more Lake Trail content. I have the Pittsburgh video I'm editing, and then I made a video of why we were fishing that particular spot, which I might release, I might not release. I haven't got into the editing process of that yet. And I'm also looking at making some new baits this year. So if you guys haven't been on the website, I sell 2 little tiny swim baits and 1 large swim bait. I do want to come out with like a medium, like a 3-inch version of what I'm doing with the bigger jig that I sell, the 1/4 ounce and the 3/8 ounce. And I want to get rid of the pin smelt pattern and just go with the shad style pattern, because the pin smelt, I don't know what it is about the mold that I'm using, but it's really hard to shoot. For people that have made plastic baits before, it's really hard to shoot and get one that doesn't dent, that doesn't have air bubbles in it. It's just like a super finicky mold, and I just don't like it. And I'm usually like in a rush, so I just shipped out almost $300 worth of stuff. I got $300 worth of stuff going out tomorrow, which, it's not a crazy amount of money. It's just there's a lot of work involved in that, because I was out of stock on everything. Everybody bought stuff right before Christmas, which is great, which is what I want everybody to do. Yeah, I can't wait to get out there a little on the quiet side. Yeah, it's been a grind of a year so far. It's kind of ridiculous. Kind of ridiculous. Luckily, we have where I was supposed to go tomorrow. It's supposed to be like 8 degrees tomorrow morning, so I should be able to fish that on Tuesday because I'm busy on Monday. I have to take the dog to the vet for normal stuff. You know, things you take off work for. Alton, can't wait to use the Winnie kit. Yeah. So Seth and I both used the Winnie kit in the upcoming video. We caught a dozen Lakers, which was fantastic. And then someone else is up there. I'm not sure what they were using, but they caught 22 Lakers. I have not been to Moosehead, but it's on my list of places to go this year. And the only way I'll go is if snowmobiles and stuff are out there and I can get out there with the snow dog and like spend maybe a couple of nights up there. That's the plan because that's a long drive to go for a day. But I think everybody realized this ice fishing year is worse than last year. For sure. Which is really, really annoying. And I might save a video for next year, depending on, we don't really know what the ice is going to do. I use the snappers for, instead of a jaw jacker. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Hey, Colorado Fisher. Let's see if we can get you. Let's chat. Find my DM. Talk about Colorado fishing. Winter is still not truly here, and yeah, it's been a warm winter. So I use the snappers. Snapper actually does make a flag system for their snappers. It's like, yeah, let me pull it up. But I don't use a flag system. I use just bells normally if I'm spread out. And this year there hasn't been really enough ice to spread out. Most of the time I can just see them. And putting the bells on is just super easy than running a bunch of flags and stuff like that. You can't put like tape on your rods and stuff like that, which helps quite a bit. But let me find new. And they're all sold out on their website. Boat adapters, adjustable spring bobbers, fisherman bases, and mount combos. New triggers. Aha. Yeah, it's 15 bucks. Hopefully you guys can see this. Yeah, there we go. So that's 15 bucks. It snaps onto or screws on. They 3D printed it with a little flag and it goes onto the bottom of the pin there, which is kind of cool. Lights on the ice, tons of Cuscan Lakers, mostly small though. Manicook, don't know where that is. Salmon too. Yeah, I was invited to Moosehead last year and it was just such crap ice. It was killing me to get videos around here, let alone spend, a whole day trip or a couple of days up there and trying to get a video, which is just a lot of work, which I don't mind doing. It's super fun to check out new lakes, and even like Newfound didn't lock up last year, just stayed. The northern part wasn't good, not enough where you trust it. So we're getting worse and worse ice every year. And I told myself I would keep my boat out even longer this year. And I did. I have 3 videos. I have 3 videos for you guys for early spring or like late fall. I'm just gonna release them back to back to back, and say that they're from last year, so people don't get all upset. Because I released them in the spring before, and people don't like them for some reason. But I guess it doesn't really matter because we're kind of dressed for spring. But I have 3 open water lake trout videos, and I'm really, really tempted to go take the boat to Sebago and go jig for lake trout. Because as of right now, there's only 2, maybe 3 lake trout ponds in New Hampshire that have safe ice, maybe. And they're all extremely far away. Maybe 4. Maybe after this week it'll pick up a little bit. But I really want to just keep fishing Winnie and get you guys more information on Winnie that I can share with you folks, because everybody wants to go there. The lake trout population is great. White perch population is great. It's just an easy place to fish, and then people don't get all hurt when I release a small lake. So I fish other lakes. I usually won't name them if I do. But I'm trying to share as much content and information as possible without, pissing everybody off. Because I like what I do. I like to share with folks, and I like to name the ponds and show you how to fish them. And then there's a core group of people that just complain and complain and complain, which I shouldn't care about. Shouldn't care. Moved to Colorado, yeah. Colorado will be fun. I don't think I stayed in Colorado for a week or something like that. I don't even know if I fished out there. Ice fishing October to May. Yeah, we're done ice fishing by the end of March. Here, hold on 1 second. Ryan's calling me. Hello? Are you on or what? Oh, just access it. Get on. Is everybody's waiting for you. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm hitting the button. How do I let you in here? Oh, there we go. Figure out your video or what? Oh my goodness, look at him.
Yeah, of course I know. Is my audio good?
Your audio's good. Sounds
okay. Good.
Sounds good.
Hey, I gotta go get a nice run now.
Oh my goodness.
As I said, I have a rig. Big festivities, everyone.
Yeah, Winnie is huge, no spot to spot burn, and then Colorado fishers saying like the Canadians and Wisconsins are going over to Colorado to fish because there's just no freaking ice over by us or over by them either. All right, there we go. We got dual screens. Ryan's on, and Ryan just drove what, from Connecticut to Maine?
Yeah, Connecticut to Maine, everyone.
Which is kind of silly.
Ugh. Yep.
All right, tell us about your Connecticut trip for stripers.
Yeah, pretty much went down there for holdover stripers. I mean, it's kind of fun. Got like 20 of them, me and a buddy. Nothing crazy big, all between like 18 and 22 inches, but fun little schoolie size fish, especially for January.
So you could have caught the same size lake trout.
Hey,
Pittsburgh.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
And it
probably was the same temperature.
Like 25 of them in like 5 minutes, so it was kind of sick.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. So
it was all light tackle too. So
yeah, that's fun. So is my stuff. So if you guys don't know who Ryan is, he's been on the channel a gazillion times. And how we met was through Instagram, back in like 2019.
Something like that. Yeah, something right
Yeah.
on.
I don't know if he. I'm guessing you found me, and then he was dropping fishing spots
It
for
all
me.
started with Pittsburgh, buddy. All started with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he got me on my first cast, and he's like, "Oh, this spot looks good," and then we hammered cuss there, and he's like, "Then we've been talking ever since."
Yep. Pretty much.
Um, and it wasn't. We didn't meet until like 2 years after. But what's
Yep.
weird,
Brown trout.
it was a random brown trout video, which I don't think we even
I
filmed.
don't even think that made the channel.
I didn't even make
Nope.
the channel, but his
Nope.
neighbor was my old boss. And so I ended up driving to. He's like, "Why are you parked at the end of my road?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" Yeah, it ended up being randomly his neighbor's. His neighbor is my old boss. So anyway,
Yep.
small
Yeah.
world, small world.
Oh, that's how it was. Because I looked you up because I saw your truck parked outside with the Bend It
No, but we
logo.
were talking before that though.
No, we weren't. No, we weren't.
Yeah,
That's how I found your channel.
huh.
That's how I found it. That's how I found it. And I was like, oh, look at this dude. A New Hampshire dude.
Yeah. Gotta fish that spot at night if you want big ones, Ryan. Who's that? Jason? You know what Jason?
I don't know a Jason,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm trying to think of what.
Where were you fishing in Connecticut? You fishing the Sound or you fishing one of the rivers?
One of the rivers.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's where you can ice fish for stripers. Not this
Hey,
year.
hey! I can't say too much. Can't say
Yeah,
too.
I know. Yeah. You can ice fish for stripers in New Hampshire too. It's just not as common.
No, it's not nearly as common.
No. So yeah, he caught some schoolies, and now he's gonna go fish for splake tomorrow.
Splake is Blake.
And I am not burning.
Josh was supposed to go.
I was supposed to go and I backed out, which I don't normally do, but I'm not driving another 8 hours in one day.
I said I didn't blame you.
Yeah, and I'm actually not going ice fishing tomorrow. I'm canceling on myself.
Oh, you're canceling? Oh, tragic.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be super cold there tonight, where I was supposed to go to a 6-trap lake trout pond, and then give you guys some maybe upcoming video. You never know. So I'm supposed to go 2.5 hours north, fish for 6-trap pond. It's supposed to be cold the rest of the week, but what I'm going to do tomorrow is finish editing the Pittsburgh video for you guys, or the New Year's video, as I call it, and then I'm going to go to the Fly Fishing Film Festival in Massachusetts tomorrow night. It's going to be cheaper. It's going to be cheaper to drive an hour into Mass, spend $11 on a video, and then drive back, then drive 2.5 hours to not find any ice, and then drive 2.5 hours back, and still won't have a video for you guys.
You really don't think there's any ice up there?
Oh, I think there's ice. There's probably ice on the north end. I just don't think there's going to be, and it's only 10 feet deep there.
Yeah, I mean, well, jawjackers.
Yeah, I was going to plan on bringing all my lines, and I just messaged the guy that was up there recently, so.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'll crush them tomorrow, so you know, with or without you.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll catch little dinky stalker fish.
Dinky stockers. I do wish they held over there better, but you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Still no ice on Winnie.
Still no ice on Winnie. Still no ice on Newfound for sure. Still no ice on Winnisquam. Merry Meeting. It sucks that they're all in one spot.
It does.
Actually, it doesn't suck that they're in one spot. It sucks that there's no ice this freaking year, or no cold this year. And Fish and Game just came out and said on a video with that Eric Work
Josiah Town, Josiah Town officer.
basically said you do not fish any of the salmon and lake trout lakes right now, open water. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's a bass or anything. Just don't fish it. It's
very funny because I just asked Josh that question the other day. I was like, "Are you sure?"
The way that it's written, the problem is it's written in two different places. This one information makes the other information plausible, but you got to put those two things together in your head. It doesn't say January 1st you can't open water fish.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Honestly, one of the reasons why I like Maine, because Maine doesn't really seem to care that much unless it's, your certain trout waters. But other than that, it's pretty much free for all in southern Maine.
Yeah, which is sweet. Did you see that someone just caught like a 31.5 inch brown out of Maine in a boat?
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
I
sweet.
do. I'm pretty sure I know where it was caught too.
Yeah. Go to
Yep.
the lake I found on Google. You have to go to 3 properties over to.
Dang.
What's the date? Yeah, that sounds like a sweet video.
That
Colorado Fisher.
is pretty
I'll have to
sick.
check that
That's pretty cool.
out. Yeah,
I wa-
I'll have to check that video out. But yeah, we're state and peeps. Maine is a conservative state. Yeah. What's the How many lake trout can you keep on most of the lakes in Maine?
Uh, as far as I know, it's two, like for majority, but you have Sebago where it's unlimited under 26, and then
Yeah.
you can one over 26. But yeah, no, most of them it's two, or well, they classify them as two char. So
Yeah.
that's either brook trout, lake trout, Arctic char,
Well, I
which
just saw someone with a photo of like 7 of them in their ice shacks, and maybe there's multiple
oh
people.
yeah, yeah, no, I saw that too. I mean, there's like lakes like I don't know if I'd have to look at
That are
this
just
actually.
overpopulated.
Yeah, there's like I know Schoodic Lake is a pretty good population, but like for most of the salmon fisheries, it's like legit. You could keep as many as you want under 15 inches. In most the well, not most, but some of the northern lakes, they have just way too many, and it's just like, oh yeah, you can keep salmon under 15 inches. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if we keep having these crap winters. If New Hampshire fishing game will open up, like let's say Newfound, because it's already got stunted lake trout, and
Yeah.
the salmon aren't crazy there. Like Winnie, or pick a lake. Just say like this one's. If there's no ice, this one's open for whatever. I mean, they
Well,
probably do it for Winnie, if anything, but
dude, well, imagine if they opened the trout ponds, or at least some of them. Huh.
yeah.
Free for like if Echo was open for
So
a
I mean,
sec.
Echo was open water when I came back from Pittsburgh the other day.
Going,
It wasn't on the way up. It was open. On the way back, it was frozen.
really?
Pretty sure.
That's funny. That is funny how that works. But I mean, like, you get all those ponds up there, like, I don't know, like, all the ponds in the Columbia, like, next to fish, like Lime and all those other trout ponds. Not necessarily saying the ones in Pittsburgh, but
Yeah.
can you hear those text messages, by the way?
No, I can't hear the ding.
Okay, good. I don't know. I mean, or like, even like, I don't know, Spectacle in Hebron or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be insane if that opened. But no,
I
we're
mean,
all Aryan.
So for those of you who are from New Hampshire in the chat here, there's and John says this rolls over today. There is like 7 different regulate. Like if you were to say, hey, Josh, where can I go? When's the trout season for New Hampshire? There's 7 different seasons.
Yeah.
And 7 different seasons, and there's only you take let's say there's 1,000 ponds and places to fish in New Hampshire, and then you take that and you shrink it down to like I don't know 24 ponds that are stocked with fish that might hold over that you can actually ice fish, and it's a small population. I mean, New Hampshire's got 1.6 million people, at 1.5 something like that.
Yep.
And our regulations are just freaking silly compared to
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I do think there are tougher regulations, obviously, in other states, but New Hampshire does not have it great.
no, our rules are kind of silly, and I think a big part of that is the way that the state gets funded. It's funded by
Yeah.
our licenses, not by taxes. Yeah, so there's not a lot of funding to go around to stock all the freaking trophy salmon, like not trophy salmon, but salmon that they put in and all the other stuff that they put in. But yeah, we have trout seasons here in New Hampshire. We have wild trout. We have general regulations, which never closes. So
Nope.
you can fish from them all year. And then you have certain rivers that have certain regulations. Then you have wild trout streams and ponds that have certain regulations. Then you have general regs season, which is the fourth Saturday in April to like whenever. It's just
Yeah, October 15th.
yeah, October 15th, and then it's just crazy. And then like the big part of that is the rules are written so gray in some areas. Like someone was just asking me the rules today. It literally gives you such an easy way to make a mistake and fish the wrong pond.
Very
But
true.
all you need to do is go on Facebook, and then people will tell you what the rules are. So
Yep. One way or another, they will tell you.
yeah, they will tell you. I almost accidentally fished a trout pond the other day. I told you that, right?
Say, you gonna tell them about that?
I'm like, this looks freaking sweet. It's swampy. It's perfect. Thanks, Colorado Fisher. I appreciate it. Yeah, almost fished a pond. I flew the drone up and over. I'm like, oh, I see a stash boat on there. So if people don't know what stash boats are, we have a lot of remote hiking ponds, and some crazy MFers will literally drag a canoe through the woods miles and leave it on the shore. And I think you don't have to name your name on it, do you?
No, I don't think you do.
Some
I
places
think
you have to do something.
yeah, I don't know how that works, honestly.
You can literally just leave your canoe there.
I've never seen a name on one, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I know one of the ponds, like you have to take them out by a certain date or something like that.
Really, it makes sense.
One up in Pittsburgh, because there's like 16 boats there. And like you hike in with your own paddles because people don't leave paddles out.
Nope.
And I flew up. I'm like, oh, there's a canoe out there, and I pulled up the rule book on my phone. I'm like, ah, damn it, it's a freaking trout pond. So I couldn't ice fish it. I probably would have caught some too.
Yeah, I would think so.
For sure. And if it wasn't such a convenient spot for a cop or fish and game to pass by, I definitely would have got a ticket. He would have hiked all the way down there for sure. It would have been an easy catch.
It would have been an easy find. Easy find.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ryan's rigging you that jig rod or a snapper rod?
Jig rod. Or well, technically new lake trout rod, but I'm gonna use it as a jig rod tomorrow.
Oh, speaking of that, so you guys know I work with Circle Tackle. I used both Ryan and the manufacturer, the guy who owns the company, said you should use the walleye 34-inch fast. And even with the squeaker lake trout, that rod would just not collapse over, but it wouldn't allow me to get a good hook set. So I just instantly went over to the stiffer rod and just kept whaling fish.
Oh wait, did you try the new rods?
I tried it's not a new rod, but I tried the walleye rod 4 Lakers, and it's not the right thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder
maybe for stock trout it would be fine, but
you think it's like, well, I don't think you've ever used the drench, but like, is it too moderate, or is it like what's wrong with, or not wrong with it, but you know what I mean?
it just
Like,
doesn't.
it's not enough backbone to it.
Yeah. It'd probably be fine outside the shack, but I was in the shack.
Oh.
So
gotcha.
I'm setting the hook into the ceiling.
Oh, that was your problem?
Well, yeah, because if you take a rod that's not stiff enough, you have to load.
Yeah. I
You're
get
losing like a foot and a half.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Where I want something that's gonna have just a little tip that's gonna give for head shakes and stuff like that.
No, this is the perfect bend right there. Look at that. Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 70-30.
Yeah, like this is a 39 medium.
Yeah.
That we'll see how I like. I would think it'll be good. Definitely, I can already tell you right now it'd be a good cusk rod.
Yeah. So we got to figure out dates to make it up to Moosehead. Everybody wants to go up there.
Yep. We need, if there's anyone on this live stream right now that is willing to give us tips and tricks on Moosehead, let us know.
Yeah, I'm gonna put out some feelers. I know a couple people invited me last year. I get to talk to
Yeah.
5 new
No.
people this week. Hey guys, any tips on specifically Lake Champlain jigging? I love the video where you caught a ton of fish. Super excited to go this summer. Yeah. So go out of Burlington, which is like the widest part of the lake, and have a sonar and start marking fish. They love big baits. They love the 6-inch grubs that I make that are glow in the dark. Glow in the dark stuff works great. Tubes work great there too. And big flutter spoons. Just drop it to the bottom, bounce it a couple times, especially if you see them, or drop it down and hold it above them. I mean, we had 111 fish days. We had my personal best day was with Jason. We caught, well,
You
between the
did
two
better?
of us, I did better. I caught.
Oh, yeah, because there was only 2 of you guys. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
math wise, I caught 40, 45 in a day.
Yeah.
Which I was killing my co-angler Jason. He's like, I want to be done, and then like a swarm of them came in. I'm like, you're not done. Let's go.
You're not done.
So we caught a bunch more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just had a couple. So, what colors do you prefer? Dark green with pepper pattern works like a charm. Yeah, so right now I'm just using white glow tubes. I do want to make like a burbot style color tube, like a cow pattern kind of thing. But that's going to be a pain in the butt. So my glow tubes are white and they glow green. So if you want them to not glow, you just kind of like don't show them in the light, put them down there. So they're either white or they're green. It's kind of a combination of both.
It's actually kind of funny that comment shows up because I don't know. I've been not hearing a lot about like just green pumpkin tubes in general for lake trout, but like I don't know. It's something definitely different that I feel like the fish haven't necessarily seen, and maybe that's why they're all of a sudden getting more attention nowadays, because obviously how many people know, oh yeah, use glow in the dark stuff or use white tubes or chartreuse tubes. It's just 3 main colors usually for lake trout, and every once in a while someone wants to switch it up, and it seems like green pumpkin is now becoming a thing.
So I think after Ryan and I went to Lake Superior and seeing multiple lake trout have giant burbot in their throats that were still alive, and then eat a 6-inch plus tube.
6-inch tube, yeah.
I mean, there's a 40-inch fish that are just always hungry. Like,
it's incredible.
I'm actually working on a design of a tube that looks kind of like a burbot, so we'll see how that one comes out. It'll be expensive when I do release it because it's gonna be a one-shot tube. So, yeah, I've thought about other tubes. I thought about doing double dip tubes, so like a bleeding tube, which is like red on the inside, which would be easy to do. I thought about dyeing the inside, but I think that would look different. But I do think lake trout are 2 different mindsets. It's got to match profile, right? Or it's got to be erratic so they can't see the damn thing, like a spoon, like it's just flapping all over the place. Or it's got to glow. And so my stuff, like the white tube and the white swim baits, are just the best of both worlds because it's got that little burbot profile. It's got a little goby or what do you want to call it, sculpin profile. It's chartreuse when it's glowing, or it's white when it's not. You guys try to match what's in the lake. I got Fort Peck and Cisco colors, and Flame Gorge got burbot. Then in Colorado, sculpin pattern. But man, they love green. Yeah, there's something about green. I think it's part of their like UV spectrum that works so well. So we try to match what's in the lake. That's why we use these little tiny freaking baits. Our smelt oriented baits that are this size, which I wish we didn't have to use. I really do, but it works so damn well. That's why I'm doing the bigger baits because this hook is just, it actually penetrates all the way through their mouth. when you do slam them. So it's definitely different. Yeah, I wish we could get away with 1 ounce jigs all the time, like Champlain.
Yeah.
And
God. I wish. I wish. It'd be nice if we could do larger things just so that you could drop down faster. That's the name of the game sometimes.
Yeah, and literally, I thought about running a tandem rig, like leader, like a cast master that's this big, and then another section of leader, and then the hook, just to like add flash and to make it drop down quicker.
Remember when I did that with the drop shot weight?
Yeah, but the drop shot weight's different.
I mean, yeah,
above or below?
above.
Yeah.
And I just attached it to the line and hoped that it didn't break. Remember, that was when we were fishing 120 feet at Winnie during the Derby.
Oh, yeah. Where we caught a bunch of squeakers.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
So Bruce said, in Burlington, much further up than Charlotte or Shelburne Bay. That's where I go out of. I've only trolled, but watching your videos jigging, I'm going to work on that until I master it. Yeah, it's way, way better than trolling. I am going to release some trolling videos in the spring, I promise. I will take some Adderall or something and like try to focus and try to get some trolling videos out for you guys. I'm actually hoping I can design a spoon that looks kind of like my baits and works well.
For the last 2.5 years, I've been trying to convince Josh to troll because I personally troll, but he does not.
I do not stand it.
And tried, and it does not work. He's too impatient. He sees them on live scope, and he's like, "Oh my god, I gotta drop."
If you see him, like, I need to go out there with no sonar and just turn it off and just say, "Okay."
Just gonna troll around now.
I also need to be like your normal trolling person, where you gain like, you weigh like 300 pounds and you're drinking natty light and the boat.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding, fuckers. Someone has admitted that they troll in there, but it's like that was my first impression of people that ice fish too, because that's what I saw growing up. It's like a bunch of people just hammered on the ice.
Hammered, yep.
Having a grand old time. But John says we should try the A-rig on Champlain. I think we should.
Be insane. I mean, well, I got one. I got one here. I got mine, and I got broken off.
Yeah, even just a tube, like jigging an A-rig might be complicated. Well, in the spring when we're casting an A-rig would be freaking crazy.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I don't know if he's saying that for summertime.
Oh no, God. Oof.
Yeah, vertical jigging an A-rig would be just a tangled nightmare.
That would be, yes.
But I just saw a video. Actually, I think it was Colorado Fish. You caught a lake trout on top water, which I'm gonna do this freaking spring on Champlain.
We hope.
Now that I've casted to Lakers up shallow in New Hampshire this spring, I think it was spring.
Spring?
Or this summer.
Fall?
No, I was casting New Hampshire. Well,
why can't I remember? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah. The other small lake.
Yes.
I guarantee there's places on Winnie we could do that.
Yes.
Like humps that are 20 and under.
Did we not already find that spot? Think about the spring. This spring. Specific point that we go to in the fall usually.
Yeah. But we were still vertical jigging. They weren't up on that. The small.
Well, yeah. Remember when we started to see them in like 25 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was getting up there.
Yeah, I guess we could cast. Yeah, but I'm looking like this was an isolated rock pile that was like, marked with buoys.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like Lake Champlain. I mean, they were runts, but still fun.
Still, yeah.
But we got another 12 minutes before I'm shot and need to go to bed. I've been literally up editing since 8 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I'll be up at 3:30 tomorrow.
To go catch a little dinky flake.
Yeah. Hopefully to catch like 40 of them. I pray. Be nice if I caught a 20-incher tomorrow. I don't think it'll happen, but you never know. Best last year was a 19, which okay, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's actually kind of funny. One of my buddies called me on my way up and asked me a live scope question out of all things. He's like,
You want me to answer it for you?
"Hey, so can you see if you're using the LVS 34, you're 100% sure you can't see in 180 feet, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm sure."
You can see 180.
Well, yeah, but you can't see fish.
Mm. No. Well, so
If
did we
you're, hold on, hold
did
on.
we
I'll
tr-
tell
did
you
we
what,
tr- did we try Live Scope Plus in 180 feet in Semingo in down
mm,
mode?
no,
We just switched over to the other one, didn't we?
we switched to XR. Yeah, I think we maxed it out at like 145 feet. I think,
Yeah.
but that could have been in forward mode. I don't know. Now that you say that,
No, anything over 100, I try to switch to down mode anyways.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I got the same question the other day. Like, oh, which should I just buy XR? I'm like, XR is not good for anything under like 45 feet. It's just blown out.
holy! You see that comment?
Yeah.
Dang,
Pre-ice
that
and ice off Lakers. Past year caught 37, 39, 38 and a half, 34, 32, 7-inch salmon glide bait. They come and eat it in less than 10 feet of water.
that's
See,
crazy.
see, that's so
That's the
we do that on Champlain in the spring,
yeah.
but they're not all that size. They're
They're not that big. They could be that big eventually. Hopefully,
eventually, but like those are the rat size of Champlain. They're all the same year
yeah,
class.
they're all the same size.
Which eventually that'll change, but
Yeah,
or they'll all be freaking 15-pounders and it'll be amazing.
it could be. It could be.
Yeah, but I definitely want to try to catch one on like a popper or a whopper plopper or something like that.
Be crazy, dude.
And Champlain, you can have two hooks on the same line, so you can run a trailer behind it if you want to.
Mm.
It's not the
I mean,
same. But
after what I saw in the like this fall for the first time, seeing them on the surface, I mean, I think it's definitely possible.
yes, it's definitely possible. So
It's definitely possible.
this didn't make a video, guys, because we were afraid the bite was going to stop, and it did. So I never got like good camera angles and stuff on it. So what we were on Newfound, in 100 feet of water, and there was a caddis hatch. The Lakers were literally on the surface eating these things like.
I forgot that didn't make a video. That would have. I don't know why. Why did we not get a video out of that
Because I
thing?
was trying to do a how-to video, and I had a camera in
that's
front. And I didn't have a chesty or anything on, and it was like this bite. As soon as the wind picked up, the bite stopped because you couldn't see anything.
Yeah, you couldn't see him. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
We caught him right off the surface though. That's the first time ever that I think I've caught him. I mean, that was legit like 2 feet down. I don't even know.
I mean, we were just surface casting to them.
We thought, oh, like honest to God, we thought we were casting at salmon at first, and then we finally caught a lake trout, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, we ended up catching a bunch, and then it stopped, and then we filmed a little video after that, and then we stopped after that. But
Screwed. Yeah, that's what it was.
Is what it is.
And then Newfound wasn't good until the end of the summer.
Yeah, the thing is, Newfound can be just like Winnie, can be hit or miss. But Newfound, there's not as many places on Newfound as there is on Winnie, obviously.
No.
Like Winnie, if you find a spot where they're just not biting, you just go somewhere else.
You just you will eventually find them biting somewhere.
Yeah,
It doesn't seem like the whole lake is shut down. Unlike I fish Newfound quite a lot, obviously, and it feels like some days you cannot buy a bite out there. Yeah. Don't know water clarity, pressure, wind. Don't know what it is.
I think
just
pressure. I'm gonna like record pressure systems next time. I mean, I try to only go on good weather days. Same with ice fishing.
Yeah.
Because I have the ability to do that most of the time. But yeah, it's definitely I went to Newfound on Monday, I think, and slammed a bunch. And then I went there Wednesday, couldn't find a damn fish. I ended up finding like 2
I
for
remember.
a catch and cook video, and the video did terrible. I'm like, really? Grinded it out all day, and it still sucked.
Yeah, that's Newfound for you.
Yeah, hoping to get on some ice next week. Yeah, people will be on ice next week.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I might drive, like, the lake where I live, where I drive by every day on the way to drop my kid off at school, it glazed over, which means some of the smaller ones might have some walkable ice on them.
My buddy's hoping to fish northwest corner in Connecticut next week. So I think anything's possible next week.
Yeah, some people are fishing Mass already too.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
And it seems like a ton of, I mean, more than half of Maine is above the top of the New Hampshire border, so there's got to be plenty of ice up in Baxter area.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's for the places that are open anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, but apparently, like, I heard the other day that East Grand and West Grand are still pretty much, I mean, there's small coves that are locked, but it's still wide open.
Yeah, those are the main
Yeah,
ones,
that's
right?
like unheard of.
Yeah, it's definitely a crappy year. I mean, if we continue to have a crappy year, I'm going to take the boat to Champlain. Screw it.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Fuck that.
But I'll find some ice on Tuesday for sure. Get you guys another video. If not, I'll find some ice that'll have either crappie on it. My crappie videos do okay, but I'm trying to do lake trout stuff. But I got to do what I got to do to get content out there.
It's Blake.
Yeah. My goal was to do 2 videos a week starting December, and that is not happening.
Yeah, that is not happening.
At all.
He tried, guys. He really tried.
I'm still trying. I should have just held out on the product reviews and did that.
Yeah.
But having those back to back, I was like, damn it, I just want to watch fishing. Which is what I want to do. I don't want to see a bunch of product reviews until I go to find them. But I did do a crappie video from last year that's still gaining traction, which is good.
Yep, they do tend to do well. It's kind of funny how that works. It's honestly probably because like half of the country is like warm water based compared to cold water based, and they have a little bit more panfish than we do, which
Yeah.
I can't. I just can't. I cannot wrap my head around fishing for those things 24/7. I mean, by March, I'm like, okay, guess I got to go back to the crappie ponds.
Yeah, exactly, because it's just shut down. But like, I mean, there's crappie tours just like the Bass Elite Series. I mean,
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, lots of people that that's all they eat. They like take their limit every freaking day.
Yeah, it's just like I was talking to a guy actually, like 3 weeks ago at Cabela's talking about white perch and how he was so excited that they found them up like in northern Maine in one of the lakes near him. And he's like, oh my, this is like amazing because, all we have up there is trout and salmon. And I'm like, dang, I would have never thought about that.
Yeah, if you don't like, I don't like eating trout and salmon, but I'll eat white perch and burbot.
Yeah. I feel like that's how most people are. Well, not most, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like there's a lot of people that'll eat a salmon, but not a lake trout.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
People don't like that. Everybody wants me to fish Big Diamond Pond.
Go spot burn it.
Yeah, just like the state record guy.
Yeah.
Who got public news about it. So now I guess it's a freaking Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
But
wonder if it actually, no, it was frozen. It is frozen right now, isn't it?
It's frozen, yeah. Well, someone posted that it was frozen. I don't know if it's safe or not. But.
Yeah, I saw that. So are you still the only one on, well, actually you wouldn't know this because you're not on that Facebook group. I think you're still the only one that has posted a lake trout. Actually, there was one other post that I can think of.
Yeah, they caught
Two
22.
posts. There's 2 posts. That's it on
Yeah.
lake trout in all of New Hampshire. Now, I know that you guys watching this might not know, but that is actually mental for January 1st. Like, I never even seen it close to that. Like, last year, we thought it was bad. 2 years ago, we thought it was bad. No, this year's just crazy.
Well, 2020, the ice ended up being really good.
Yep.
And then last year, obviously, it was terrible, and this year is way worse because
I mean,
last year I was on Winnie today.
yeah.
And I'm definitely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. And like, first Connecticut, we thought, oh yeah, 4 inches is bad. Well, what do you think about open water?
Yeah.
Uh,
My lovely wife's like, so why don't you just use the snow dog tomorrow? I'm like, there's no ice where there's snow dog except for.
Hey,
freaking
well,
Pittsburgh.
at least on Sunday, maybe we'll get some snow for that snow dog.
Yeah.
Maybe. Ooh, that could be a video for next week, dude.
Go do a snow dog video.
Oh, brook trout.
You know what? Well, if the trails are open.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But someone just gave me, or there's a couple people that are religious people that are haters of mine. But what's weird, so the great thing about haters is they'll watch one of my videos and then they'll hate about it, which means they watch my video, which makes me money anyways, which is kind of funny. So if you're watching what I do and you're a hater, like what's the saying? There's a meme about it. Anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah. They're complaining that I was fishing for these brook trout are spawning underneath the ice, so I'm bothering them during the spawn. But I'm using like the most sensitive technique to catch them besides sight
It's
fishing.
not like you're using a tip up and letting them swallow the hook and die.
Well, yeah, that's the other comment. Like, oh, they're gonna gut hooked. I'm like, no, they're not.
No, they're not. Not with the
jaw.
jaw.
Next week, I'm off Wednesday to Saturday. Maybe I'll play something. All right, night, John. Woods was on, but yeah, we got. Let's wrap it up. If you guys got any questions, shoot them out right now, and we'll answer them real quick. And then I've been on for an hour, so I'm pulling my hair out. I'm exhausted.
I gotta go eat.
Yeah.
Still rig, charge batteries, the usual.
Yeah. How many people are going with you tomorrow?
Just me and a buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be other people out there. I would assume, unless people think that the ice is still scary.
Yep. When do you go back to school?
What's today's date? The 4th. So like 13 days.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. We're not getting. Oh, there we go. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great time. Yeah. Thanks for joining in, everybody. We had about 68 individual people hop on and off, which is good. And yeah, Ryan should have been on time, but he wasn't. And it's funny, like I get asked all the time to like, oh, if you get an empty spot in your truck or empty spot in the boat, I'll
Oh yeah,
fishing with you. Even for Pittsburgh, freaking Seth was an hour late. I could have killed him. I'm like, dude, it's gonna be dark in like 30 minutes. I don't want to set up in the dark, and I don't want to like it's a pain in the ass to film in the dark. So showing up on time is crucial. But I know I asked you last minute because the 2 other people bailed on me because not bailed, they're sick.
Bailed.
Yeah, one has pneumonia and one has corona. So
what? Really?
Yeah. So they're not going to be good till maybe even next week. They won't be good, but going on a month now. So I'm gonna have to find somebody else for next week.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. I'm going to stop streaming here and see you guys Sunday night at the premiere at probably 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 o'clock premiere. See you then.